Talk's a big game, Jesse. You'll see with all
I
these
can't
things.
believe he's making us do the, like, just...
Good posture.
Before doing comedy, it's really important to get your heart rate up.
41 seconds, too slow. Again!
You gotta fucking just get your heart rate up.
Oh, is that what I should be doing?
Both of us smoke too much. As you're saying, vaping.
What do you think in terms of comedians? Top 5 fastest? Jesse Warren, who else? I can't think of one. Huh? Other than the kid, huh? Who?
He's not fast. Like, it's not... My first guest today is a comedian and podcaster from Seattle. She's one half of the Budcast podcast and also the creator of the YouTube channel Barefoot and Pregnant. And my second guest, a comedian and co-founder of Socially Inept Tech Roast Show. He's also a regular on the Cut YouTube channel. I'm excited to welcome Alexa Stanton and Jesse Warren.
Thank you so much.
There are so many drinks on this table right now. It's like giving me anxiety. We have like electronics, and please be careful, everybody.
We're very thirsty.
All of us are. You wanted to start with an apology today.
I don't want to start with it. That'll be a bad. Remind me to do it in the middle.
Okay, in the middle.
Okay,
I don't want to forget that because I know
I don't either.
It's really important to you. You feel uncomfortable, and I want to give you any opportunity to speak on your behalf.
Don't smile at me like it's fun. It's like serious stuff.
I know it is serious.
I have like amends to make.
You do.
Things I have to atone for.
There were some things that
comfortable,
happened.
and then maybe he'll apologize in a little bit. We gotta ease him into it.
We gotta ease into it.
But just for context, it's not to you. I'm not apologizing to you for anything. I never will.
That's true.
You are a bad man.
Damn.
This is the first time we're having Alexa on camera, by the way. For people watching us on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. But the last time we had Alexa on, we did the whole episode with no video.
Tragic.
You were talking about it before the episode. Yeah, video makes it so much better.
Dude, it was so fun to watch. It was really fun to watch, like the last episode I was in. Not the part where you were in it, but like I like looking at myself. That was cool.
The way you just rolled your eyes when you said that, I can't. Like, did you see? You're like, oh
did
my
I
God,
see me? Did I see me roll
like,
my eyes?
Yeah, no, you definitely did.
You guys don't have to keep bragging about how great the camera was. Okay? No, it's fine. It's fine.
I listened to at least a part of your guys' episode. I stopped because I was like, they should be video, but I thought it was great from what I did listen. Thanks. I was like, this is very unprofessional. They should be video, but from what I listened to, it was very good.
Do you know Derek Horde?
No.
He comes through like Jai Tai and shit. He is the situational.
Who the fuck did you introduce me to at Jai Tai the other day? This was actually insane. I was just stepping outside at Jai Tai, just on a set, and I was going to go rehearse for a set. And Adam flags me down. Jesse, where are you going? I'm like, gotta go rehearse. He's like, Jesse, come on over here. Have you met my friend here? By the way, what's your name again, man? Sorry.
Damn.
And then he says his name, literally no recollection. No, and he doesn't say his name. He says some he goes beepity boop bop bop. He says something crazy.
Yeah.
He says like straight up crazy nonsense, and I have no idea how to respond. I don't introduce myself. I just look to Adam and I go, why the fuck you do this to me, man? This is weird as fuck. This was a weird as fuck interaction.
Do you remember what you also said?
No, that's not what I said.
You said, why are you doing this, man? I'm famous.
No, it was
Damn. You sound like a real asshole.
I said that because I said that because I knew it would make Adam laugh. That's the only reason I said that. I don't want this.
I didn't know if you were legitimately serious or I think it was he was serious a little bit, I think.
About what? What part?
The famous part.
No, dude. I said it because that's how
quick you were to recognize it. Because this guy was legit insane. And Quinn and I were outside dealing with him for like, I don't know, 15. Were
you trying to pawn him off to me? You were being really authentic. You're like, hey man, do you want to?
I thought it would be funny to introduce you to this guy to see your reaction. And it was. It was like, I was like, oh, I want to fuck with Jesse a little bit. let me introduce him to this crazy person. He said the way you responded came off as crazy. Like, I'm too famous for this. What are you doing? And he walked away.
That's not what I. That's
the fact that you rehearsed, dude. Like I
rehearsed.
We need to talk about this before you came on today.
I want to say. Wait, let me
okay,
say this,
go.
He said his crazy shit. Do you remember any words? Because I looked at. He wouldn't look at me. He never once glanced at me. He was just like talking at me upwards into the sky. And then I just look at you and I say,
like schizophrenic.
Is
or
he?
Something. It's definitely mental illness. That's why I introduced him to you.
He's like, oh my God, what? I thought, what? That's
I hope
crazy.
he's not actually mentally ill, but I just thought he was a strange.
No, he got into it with somebody at the mic. Someone was on stage and he started yelling at that person. So that's why he was outside.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like,
okay,
this
well, that
guy
doesn't mean
seems like a cool dude to introduce to Jesse.
Well, I literally, with him there, within earshot, I looked at you and I go, this is legitimately one of the worst human experiences I've ever had. Like, why did you do this to me?
Really?
Do you not remember this?
No, I didn't
and
know.
he doesn't even react to that. He's just in his own thing.
That's one of the meanest things I've heard you say. Like in front of that guy.
I know, it was right in front of him. That's what I keep thinking about. Is that guy's right there.
I
And
didn't
you're like,
hear that
really?
part.
This fucking guy? This
That's what I did. That was my whole thing. You're
so
fixated
funny.
on the famous thing, but I
just couldn't. Okay, I literally we've talked
I
about
hate
the
this
fake
dude.
arrogance
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Where I could not tell if you were serious or doing it and it was so you were like. So, what the fuck are you doing right now? This guy is insane. So both of us were fucking with each other without realizing it.
Yeah.
Can you tell the listeners what Jesse did prior to us starting today?
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. Jesse was very adamant. Apparently, I hear that he's punctual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not typically late.
He showed up a little bit late, which is okay. But then he really wanted to get a little workout in before we started, right?
No, I didn't want to work out. I start my day every day with a walk, 30 minutes, forward motion. I need to see things go past my eye line. It reduces anxiety and it gets blood flow pumping to my brain. It sets me up and it puts me in a good mood. Beginning every day with a walk.
Okay.
And
so what happened today?
This was a 50-minute drive. For some reason, I thought it would be 30. So I thought I would have 20.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's my bad. That's on me and nobody else.
Well, now,
but regardless of that, you need to get those steps in.
Fine, yeah. And I expedited the process. What is an expedited walk but a sprint?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So I sprinted in your parking lot.
Eyes
Like
forward, seeing everything passing by.
Maniac.
And I think this will probably be on YouTube, the video of it. It's a good intro for this episode, but
yeah, man, I do what I have to do.
I think at one point you said name another comedian who's faster than you.
And what did you say? Couldn't do it, huh?
I remember when I partook in a race that happened between a bunch of comedians.
That did happen.
And
Why am I racing comedians?
There's video proof because you need to get your steps in, bro. And you were just expediting the process.
I don't like how I'm coming across on this podcast.
It's okay. It's okay.
easier when it's 2-on-1.
I was running too. You got us all on board. You got us all out there. And there were 2 races, I believe, right?
What,
because the first one, someone else.
Wait, back then in the drunken foot race that we did?
Now he's making it sound like everyone was so drunk.
Wait, I want brief aside on how I don't like how I'm coming across but I'm actually okay with it. But I want you to know what's happening in my body because normally when stuff like this about me being ridiculous, blah blah blah, all this stupid shit I say and do, I like it when it comes later. So there's a chance that people can understand who I am as a man first, and then maybe they would have a little more sympathy. But if that's your first impression,
I get that.
I said, I'm fucking famous, dude. Who's this weirdo?
You've been on the podcast 4 times now.
This is my 3rd time.
3rd time?
Yeah.
I think people have a sense of who you are.
I am incredibly memorable. I'll give you that. I would never forget me. I'll say that. See, I'm doing it already too early. I gotta wait, dude. I gotta chill. I can't help it. I'm incorrigible. But and then the foot race stuff, and then the fucking. I just want you to know that I feel
I think we're gonna start this episode with a video of you running.
That's fine. I look silly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
I just wanted to be
Jesse-
known. I don't feel like I'm famous or that I am better than anybody in any way. Keep going.
Okay, cut
We-
that part out.
We know that, and we love you as a friend, you know, and like we appreciate you, right?
I don't care
Is
what
that
my
just me?
friends
Is this
think
coming-
about me. I care what
I know,
strangers
but
think
that
about
we
me.
wouldn't be sitting here if we really thought you were a piece of shit.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. You good listeners know that. Now, I think what Jesse's trying to say in all this, that it's time to shed a little bit of light on me.
Yes,
So,
that is what I.
so what would you like to know? It's crazy.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I had you guys on today. I wanted to talk about dating. This is like a bonus episode, so it's pretty loose, like not specific structure to the episode. But I know both of you guys have a history of dating, like different long-term stuff, short-term stuff. And I have a particular dating story I want to share, but I was thinking disaster dates, like bad dates. And I talked to you about this prior to the episode, and your response was, I've never had a bad date
Damn
before.
it, dude, what are you doing to me? Yeah, I've thought about this, and I've talked to girls on date because it's a fun thing to recount. Like, what's your worst date? Like, you do that on dates about past dates.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard women with like straight up nightmare stories, and I have nothing that even comes close. Honestly, like the worst case scenario is like somebody's particularly dull, but like every woman I went on a date with has had a situation where their life is in jeopardy.
Wait, hold on. Are you
Not
like?
with you.
Do
Like,
you want to be a
Pri-
superhero? Is that? Do you want to be a superhero?
Yeah, I want to rest.
Because now that like this is making so much more sense that you're like, I only date women whose lives are at risk. And, no, how do you? So is it just by luck of the draw you're finding women that find themselves in situations that are life threatening, or what?
Oh no. But I think
They
women
have a
have like
story.
so where like they meet a man who's legit like stalker story. Like every woman, not every woman, but most women I talk to have like a stalker story.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You've told me a story. I think this was how you opened when meeting me about the dude who I don't want to like double. You already know.
I'm like, I got a lot of stories.
But do you know which one? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Well, can I?
Give me a word. Give me a little hint.
I want to give hints without like disclosing the parts
Right.
of it, and then I'll see how close I can get. I think he was. I shook his hand. He was at Laughs one day.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that for my
Okay.
story. Yeah.
That one's really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
but
Yeah.
what
It's really terrible, but really good. Really good story.
But yeah.
what's your type? Like, because you're saying like, oh, they have all these stories of their lives being in jeopardy. Like, I don't have dating stories where like every time I go on a date that their life was in jeopardy or something. Is there
Yeah.
a specific type of girl
Okay,
that's
yeah.
attracted to you? do you
No.
think?
Okay. So it's not every girl, but like I've been on dates with like sex workers and like bikini baristas and like people like within like very public facing like places that attract like creepy men, and those people have
High risk work environment.
They have crazy stories.
I want to know, what are you like on a date?
Wait, I want
like what
Alexa
are you
to start with a date thing.
Okay, yeah, you're seeing somebody now,
Yes, I am.
but like,
I've
did you
had a-
do the apps? Did you like? What was your?
Oh, I've done it all, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've had my fair share of dates that have been so awful that it makes you think sometimes. It's like, oh fuck, is it me? Like, is it?
Yeah.
Am I attracting these crazy people, or is it? But then I'm like, no, because the people are very different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, very different interests, different qualities, different traits, but they do the most fucked up shit. That I'm like, is it me? You know?
You were extremely patient and open-minded with your dating. I remember when you were telling me some of these stories years ago. I'd be like, you'd say this story and you'd be like, anyway, we're going out like next week. I'm like, why are you giving this person another chance?
Right. Well, so a guy that has done the most messed up stuff is one of my very good friends now. And like, I love him as a friend. I'm not attracted to him in any way, shape, or form after the things that he did.
Yeah.
But
Is it
like,
the guy that I know?
Yep.
No.
I love him as a friend. Like, he's a good
did he
person.
do?
He should be jailed immediately. He should not be let
Yeah.
out of the house.
Okay. Should we just get right into the
Yeah,
story?
no,
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing with me. I'm I am attracted to more feminine, very comfortable men, like that are not afraid to do something wild and, you know, a little bit more out there, I guess, a little bit more eccentric. Okay. Which is fine.
Why? What does that have to do with femininity?
Because
That's how allergic he is to that concept. He can't even fucking say
See,
it.
and
This
that's why, like,
pseudo
I'm a
masculine
feminine
bullshit.
guy.
Well,
We're
shut
talking
you
that-
the fuck up.
No,
about
I
you.
am.
Adam.
How? Name a feminine thing you do other than shove tampons up your asshole. What else do you do?
I've never done that.
It makes you less feminine.
Thank you. One strike against you. Keep going.
I mean, I most of the shit I like, I would say. I
Can't name
I
one
think it's
concrete
really
example.
funny with comics and comedy in general. We're like, this is basically theater that we do. Like, we go on stage and guys like try to be all like aggro about it. It's like we're being dancing bears, like who want attention and recognition. Like it's not a aggro thing. It's the opposite of that. It's looking for validation.
I agree. It's looking for validation. I don't think looking for validation is a feminine trait. Sorry, I keep going. This
I don't know.
masculine
That's
lug head.
I'm gonna fix this.
Listen, I'm gonna soften up on this episode. And, no, go ahead, keep going.
So he's just a little bit more out there, not afraid to do. Okay, wait, hold on. We got to go back to this. Adam, I would not say that you are a feminine
Thank
man.
you.
From what I know so
Thank
far
you.
about you,
Obviously.
you may be a little bit more feminine when you get more comfortable. I'm more attracted to like the people that are more, not saying
Aesthetically
as
feminine.
in no, not aesthetically feminine. It's hard to explain. Like men that like cross their legs or paint their fingernails, or you know, are not afraid to have, like, for instance, when I said that, how you were like, whoa, man, you know, like, it's like, oh, they're open to having like feminine conversations.
Okay. Yeah, I think
That's
I
what
just
I'm
don't do
attracted
that
to.
in groups.
Right, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying, like, you might be a more feminine man, like when you're more comfortable with a person, you know?
I had brothers. I couldn't do that.
Right,
They
right.
would like
Right.
beat me.
Right.
you
Now,
know?
not saying that's the thing is I know that I'm more interested in a feminine man when it comes to like getting more serious. When it comes to just banging straight up, like, hey, I'm down to pound, like muscular man will work.
Okay.
Because I'm looking
Would you say muscular?
Masculine
more
man.
masculine, muscular. Like I'm like, but the thing that I found is that those men, if it's a one night stand, I'm looking for you to throw me around, you know?
Yeah.
I'm looking to get tossed and, you
Right.
know, fuck me like you're never going to see me again.
Right.
And the only more masculine men that I date, they're like, oh, like, will you hold me when we go to sleep? Which is fine, but it's like, oh my God, stop looking at me in my eyes. Like, you know,
Isn't that interesting?
like we're going to see each other again. Like hit it from the back, fucking, you know, like
Right.
let's get crazy, throw me around, you know. And that doesn't end, so it pisses me off. But then I got these skinny white boys that are like pounding me like they're never going to
Right.
see me again. I'm like, okay, like, all right.
And then you're like, hold me though.
Right. And then I'm like, but, or, you know, and no, at the end, usually they're like, all right, I'm actually like pretty sad. So like if, you know, then I do hold them, but it's like they did the work.
God, how nice is it to be held?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty nice.
So what is this normal where like a particularly masculine presenting guy, somebody like Adam, afterwards is just like,
Yes and no. Like, it's more so, yeah, they're like, it's the eye contact.
I've never
it's,
seen you do something like that before.
I've seen you do it before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
when?
No, I haven't. But I could see him. So whenever I get my blood drawn, well, not whenever. Well, this happened one time. And when I'm getting my blood drawn, the phlebotomist is always like, great fucking veins. And then I'm like, thank you. And then I'm like, give me a second. I might, I don't like getting my blood drawn. I get very sensitive. And and she, there was like, oh, you're going to faint? I don't think I'm going to faint, but I get very nervous. And then a couple times I've been like, it is the most like the people who faint are tatted to the gills, and like muscular and like they're like you, right?
Okay.
So similarly, like I think that's like that's why you do that little like, that act out I did earlier. That's something you've done post sex, right? Like you want to be held and coddled and treated like a dirty little baby.
I think it depends on like who you're fucking.
Right.
Because if you have no emotional relationship with that person, if it's a one night stand,
That's what
like
I'm
it's
saying.
so
Get off of me.
different. Yeah, like it's not. That's different than how you might be with somebody that you. I mean, you were in a long term relationship. Like, sex is different with somebody that, like, you have that connection with versus just hey, we're doing this one time. And then it can be good and bad in different ways.
Right. But I don't think it's like, it's different, but it's not like somebody you've only seen once, throw around somebody you love, intimate, kissy. Like, I think one of the hottest things to do is like for somebody, like if you're in you both are only seeing each other once just due to constraints, but like having sex like you love them. I think that's like super hot.
Wait,
like,
pretending that you're in love with the person?
Not pretending, but like really like making it like so ridiculously intimate.
If I'm into them enough to do that, because some people I get the ick real easy.
Okay, then why are you there?
What do you mean?
I need to understand this for a second. So you're saying acting as if you're in love.
Like all constructive,
like very passionate.
A reality in my head where like I love this woman more than anything. Yeah.
That's kind of beautiful.
It's so cool.
I like that you fuck women like that. I would use a different word. I like that.
Yeah, it's dope. What?
That's crazy to me.
Why?
I mean, because you're essentially masturbating with that person.
What are you talking about?
Like you're using their body. If it's one time, you're never going to see that person again. Like whatever, that you're using them to get off, right?
If it's mutually like a scenario I'm thinking about, it's like
that can be both ways.
Right.
Both of you are using each other.
Sure. Okay.
And there's no real emotional thing, so you just pretend.
No, I don't
know if
believe that.
I'm out of the loop on sex positive, or if
I can have an emotional connection in like 1 minute upon meeting somebody, depending on who they are, and whether that duration is like longer than a day, I think that's independent of how I feel in that moment. And I can meet somebody who I have an intense emotional connection with, that we both know that due to constraints that this is going to be a singular experience, and we can have that crazy emotional connection, and it's hot as fuck, dude.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I understand that. But for me, like having that strong emotional connection is hard for me to get enough to want to like do it like that with someone.
Right.
But I totally understand. Like I have had one instance like that. The only comic I've ever fucked, it was in another state. Like when I was visiting, and I was like, fuck it, like, and I don't usually do that. I don't like show where I eat, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking see him again. And it was great. Like and I was like, damn, that was a really good, passionate bang. Yeah. And I'm never like, and that's it. That's all. That's all it's gonna be.
Look at how shocked this guy is. He's never done this.
My mind, like I know I am reacting that way. I just recently have had a shift in mindset around it, because for a very long time it was kind of just not having connection around that, and I have recently, and it's just I don't know if I'm whimpering afterwards or whatever, but it is different, and I don't necessarily want to go into like all the detail of that, but just how I developed in that way. I had trauma around sex, so like it fucked me up, and then that made fucking 18 to 24 years old very difficult,
right? Like you have your guard up, walls up, things like that.
I mean, it was I don't want to like,
I bleed during sex. I let it all out. Like I pour.
Okay, for a second I was like, not literally.
Yeah, I know. For a second I was like, no! The body of Jesse.
So what happened with this guy though?
Okay, so yes, I'm so sorry for getting us off track so many times. So this guy,
how did we get back to blood again too? With the phlebotomy, like
oh right, blood on the mind.
So I met this guy. We went out, and I was like, oh, he is so wild and fun, and like not afraid to be anybody, And but I had just gotten out of a really terrible relationship. So the main thing I said, I was like, hey, like the first time we had went to hook up, I was like, just so you know, this is all it's gonna be. Like I like hanging out with you. You're a cool guy. He's like, cool, I'm not looking for anything either. I'm like, tight, just want to make sure we're on the same page. I know as a woman that you guys have heard this many times before, a girl say this. She's like, I'm not looking for anything serious. It's like, why don't you love me? And it's like, bitch, you told me. So we're hooking up. And then a couple weeks in, I was, we're fooling around. I'm going down on him. And the first thing, like the first like kind of flag is when he was like, oh my God, bite my dick. And I was like, what?
This is an incredible.
Like, this is the first time you're going down on him?
No, this is probably the second or third time. But like the first time where it's like, oh, I'm just giving you a fun little blowy while we're watching a movie, where it's like we weren't about to fuck, but I'm like, oh, fuck it, and I went down there and I just like, I'm doing my work. And then, a surprise blowy. They're great. Everybody loves them. And yeah, I'm just a couple minutes in, and and then he's like, bite my dick, and I'm like, what did you just say? And he's like, oh, forget about it, never mind. And I'm like, no, wait, what? How do you like? Have people done this for you before? And he's like, no, just like keep going, because he's about to lose his boner. He's like, no, just like put your mouth. I'm like, no, wait, but like, how did you want me to like really? Let's talk about this. And then he's like, we don't have to do it anymore. Were you
interested because you wanted to do that for him, or
I was more interested, and I'm like, I've never heard of this. How does one go about biting a dick? Like, how does one go about that?
What to do.
And also like for me, like, okay, so maybe this is a thing, and like for the future, if someone asks this, I really want to look like a pro.
Right. Like, do you like? I'm okay. Let's you and I guess before you reveal. Okay. So like, I would say, you nibble at the skin on the sides. Because
I don't even like thinking about this. Like it like.
I'm so in touch with my family.
No, I don't like my dick being bitten. Like it makes that thing where you see some or hear something that makes like nails on a chalkboard. Yeah. That's what I'm getting with my penis right now.
Yeah,
there's only one thing that does that to me when people talk about like sounding, like shoving things inside. That's the only thing where I can't even like.
What is sounding?
What's sounding?
You haven't hung around gay people before? No, I'm sorry. I regret saying that. But my gay friend told me about this, so that's why I said that.
I know a gay guy, and he's my friend, and this is sounding.
I think it's more popular in the gay community. That's how he made it sound. But he was like, oh yeah, I have a sounding rod.
Oh, is that where you hit it?
No, worse. There are needles of various sizes, and you kind of work your way up in size.
Put them in your penis.
Put it inside the penis hole.
And fuck. Oh my god, dude.
I know that's right. I actually can't even talk about it that good. Yeah, dude. See how that? Like, I know.
This is why we have video. Like,
viscerally, right? Like, I'm like. Can you like what would elicit this feeling?
Coming in waves.
What?
What would elicit this equivalent feeling?
That same feeling?
Yeah.
Well, thinking about like doing that same thing, but to like my pee hole, like, because that's your guys' pee hole too. Like we have a pee hole; it's very small, and it's like.
But have you seen it? You don't know.
Have you heard about this in Asian culture? That guys they have sex in the pee hole, and it literally like girls have gone to. Oh my god. They've gone to the hospital to have to get their shit like plastic surgery.
Dude, Asians are the only people who could pull that shit off.
I know that. I was waiting for you to say that instead of me.
I was like, should I say it or should he?
Yeah, no, I'd let you do it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's your privilege.
Yep.
So yeah, he asked me about his dick, and I don't want to think about that anymore.
Okay, did you like?
Oh yeah, what's your guess?
How
would you bite if someone were like bite my dick? What would you do?
I say nibble at the sides.
I don't. Delicately. I've had a brother that's had his shit bit.
On
My
purpose?
friend got.
Like, did he know it was coming?
She just thought he would be into it.
Oh, okay.
And that's how she got the nickname Jaws.
Oh. See, I
stop giving girls nicknames that you hook up with that. It's the most frattiest thing. You hook up with Jaws.
Go on.
You two included, but every single guy is gonna hate me for saying this. But I feel like a lot of the reason why women enjoy going down on men, because it's like, why the fuck, women like that, and it's like, why the fuck would you like a dick in your mouth, like you don't, it's all sweaty and fucking, but it's the thought of knowing that like I could ruin your fucking life right now, like any moment. I won't ever do it. I will never do it. But it's the thought of knowing like, oh my God, I could ruin your life right now. And that's so hot to me of having that control.
But it's like the bite, like
I won't ever do it, right. Which is why because I want to make that clear. Like that, I don't want you guys thinking that every time you're getting your dick sucked, you're like, fuck, she could bite it, But yeah,
now
we could.
I'm gonna think about that. Right. Yeah.
No, I think about that. Like,
have you heard that before?
Yeah. And not only that, I've heard. So it's that, and also, a woman told me it feels like she's sucking the soul out of me and adding it to her being.
Okay.
That is more intense than that's like,
fun. And you're like, oh my God.
That's how I feel when I am having sex with somebody and making the most intense eye contact. I feel like I'm taking part of them and adding it to me.
Jesus Christ.
What are you crazy?
Wait,
what are you talking about?
Hold on. I just want to bring this back full circle because remember when I said that I find that very like masculine, muscular men are always trying to like fuck me like they love me and they're going to look me in my eyes a lot. Right. And you just pointed that like you are that's you.
If I'm
See, so I'm right, exactly. And that's fine. That's okay. Because I'm sure a lot of women love that. You know what I mean? Like, and they would love to be taken care of like that. And I like that when I'm close with someone, you know, and like when I'm in a relationship.
If it's a fucking hookup, like I'm not looking at that person.
Right. I'm like,
I'm not looking away.
I know. I would literally, if we were fucking, I would be like, okay, maybe like, do you want to like maybe go behind, and then you would try to wrap around just to look me in my head.
Literally, you can do it. I look behind.
Oh my god, you pull their head around.
Look behind. Yeah.
Why is that so? Like, what is it about it that is it the dominance?
It's hotter when you say "look at me." It's hotter when you're like, it's a more dominant thing,
say, "Look at me."
rather than like I'm saying like they're just fucking me and they're like, oh my.
I swear,
and I'm like,
you
blink. Please just fucking blink. Like,
okay, yeah. Well, don't do it with this guy. He's never blinked in his life.
Yeah, it's the fucking downside of these contacts.
Okay, so I gotta go back to back to my story with this guy. After the whole dick biting thing, I didn't bite it, and we keep seeing each other. I'm still reminding him, hey, like 3 weeks in, I'm like, hey, just so you know, like. Still having a lot of fun because he's a home. I have fun with the guy, and I'm like, but we're just fucking, right? Like on the same page. He's like, yep. I was like, sweet. So we go out one night, and he was drinking more than I was. I was the driver that night, and I get us back, and I was taking my clothes off, and I playfully like whipped my belt in the air, and he got like very, very, very excited, and like immediately drops his pants, gets on the bed, and he's like, whip me, and I was like, fuck me up, like I don't know what I'm doing,
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't know. Right. Yeah. And it could be hot. Right. Like, but I'm like, oh, fucking, okay. Yeah, like, shit. Yeah. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, like,
he was fucked up and you
were
in
the air. Yeah. And he's like, fucking whip me, like just going for it on the bed. And I was like, fucking, okay. And I'm winding up with this black belt that I have. And I whip with like all my might, and all it gets was his balls.
Oh,
and that was it. Just his balls. Right.
And then what does he do?
He rolls on the bed screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. And I'm like, yeah, like I fucking nailed it. And, great aim on my part.
Yeah.
Great fucking aim on my part. Was it a little hard? Yes. But this is coming from a guy that just asked me to bite his dick.
Yeah. And so, this is your first time doing it.
And it's my first time doing it. So I got, he did still let me stay over. Very surprised by that, because I feel like any other person would have been like, go home. The next day his balls were like completely blue.
What do you it's not, it'd be weird if he was like, like mad at you for making a mistake. Like it's an error.
Right.
Like you weren't.
I know.
Did he cry?
He probably did. I left him in there for a little bit just to
What'd you do? Did you just go on your phone?
No, I just went out on his little patio. It's when I smoke cigs, so I just went out, play my games on his porch. So I'm like, it's okay that I didn't get my nut tonight.
What a life.
Yeah, so it was fine. And then I slept like a little baby. I was like, you can own me tonight. No, so then fast forward, still having fun. We're like 2 months in now, and I'm again reiterating like. Because I'm like, fuck, I like fucking him. It's fun. It's not like all the sex was just like crazy shit. It was still like he threw me around, and he also was like kind of passionate, but it also just like was fun to be around. Right. I'm like, but he's too immature to date, like I can't deal with all this shit, And so then one afternoon before work, it was Friday. It was 1 p.m. It was not, we weren't drinking. We weren't high. It was sober. We go to get Mexican food, and he orders like a cheese quesadilla, something with a lot of cheese. And I'm like, bro, I know
cheese quesadilla, extra cheese.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, I know you have problems with dairy. Like, you talk about it all the time. Like, he's always like, I can't do dairy. Yeah. Like,
He's making excuses. He's like, this is an oat cheese quesadilla.
And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You're ruining your day. Yeah. So we go back to his place, and I wanted to smoke a cigarette outside before going up. And he was like, I really have to poop. So, like, if we could go up now, like, cool. I was like, all right, yeah, sure. So I go upstairs, and I walk into his room. Or into his like apartment. He lived alone, okay? And this is very important. Where the door is, there's a hallway. The front door has a hallway. And when you get towards the end of the hallway, there's the bathroom. And then the living room's over here. The only way out is by this bathroom.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Okay? This is very important to the story. So I'm sitting on the couch over here. I have a straight view into the bathroom, okay?
Correct.
I sit down as he goes in, and I'm looking at my phone. And then, like, I just kind of noticed something out of the corner of my eye, and I realized that, like, he left the door open while he was pooping.
Yeah, he did.
Super aggressive move.
And I was like, oh, my God.
Do you do that?
No.
Okay, good.
Never.
I talked to my parents about this, and my dad's like, I've never even done that with your mother because I still want to keep, like,
It's a
the
respect.
sex alive, right?
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know, the attraction, like I'm not just going to drop a dude like peeing, sure. But it's like, yeah. And he left the door open. Now here's the thing. If anybody that knows this guy, they're not surprised by that. They're like, Tanner, you know, like, oh, that's his name. That's okay. He loves this story. He loves that I tell it. And he's a good friend of mine. So he was like, you know, he's sitting there and the door's open and I'm like, oh my God. And he sees me glance over at him. And that was mistake number one.
Yeah.
Is when he saw me look.
Yeah.
And he saw me look back down. And then he goes, hey. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I did, you know. I'm also kind of scared already. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, sing me a lullaby. And like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm really good at freestyling. And like, you know, if I get put in the zone like that as a performer myself, I'm gonna give it all I got, you know? Right.
Nobody else would do this shit.
No, yeah, I'm like fucking rock-a-bye, baby.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like singing him a lullaby and making up like words to it.
Really?
Yeah, but I said like rock-a-bye Tanner on the toilet.
Like personalizing it, adding like contextual, like just killer improv.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you for finally saying that because most people are like, you fucking crazy bitch. Why would you start singing?
No, this is
I'm
incredible.
Like, you know,
I'm just, were you laughing? What was the like
I was
tone
like,
here?
I said like rock boy Tanner, like kind of like I was kind of like,
you're in
what
two
the fuck?
separate headspaces.
Yeah,
you're in this like funny thing, and he's in this like fuck you.
Right, and I'm like, and I don't know if he's into it. Like I still haven't figured that out because we've been fucking for 2 months.
Was he
and that's never been brought up.
telling you this? Was it
Kind
like a
of.
baby talk? Like I'm
Not a
having
baby
trouble.
talk. It's more of like an aggressive tone. But knowing him now, like he is very much an impulsive thing where like he loves to see people's reactions of things. And so like he'll mentally get in this thing where he's like, he doesn't really have boundaries just to like see a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it works great for him most times. But then there are some instances like this where it's like, okay, bro, like, you know.
He's playing. Like he's making a game out of it.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
He like didn't think that it would be that big of a deal for what I'm about to tell you that happened.
Yeah, right.
When it is a very big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Crazy shit.
literally. And so he's pooping and I sing him a lullaby and we kind of laugh, you know. And I was like, I look back at my phone and then he goes, hey. And he was like, come here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no. And I wouldn't look at him because I was like, that's, look at him. And that's how you get caught, you know? Yeah. And I was like, nope. And he's like, no, come here for a second. And I was like, nope. He's like, come here. Like, I want you to look at it. And I was like, like, what? It's kind of like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, you almost got to pass for shitting with the door open, dude. Yeah. Like, I was almost going to fuck you again, you know? Yeah. Even though you shit with the door open, because I know you. But like, you're going to, and I was like, you're going to ask me to fucking what? Yeah. And then he goes, come look at it or I'm going to bring it to you. And then he started counting down from 5.
I didn't know he did this part.
Only 5?
Yeah, he said 5. And I was like, oh my God. Because I see him start to get off the toilet. And he's like, 4.
No wipe?
And he grabs the fucking toothpaste tube off of his counter. And he starts digging in the toilet.
The toothpaste tube?
Yeah, I'm fucking looking around the room like, where's my shit? Where's my shit? Like, I need to get out of here. Like, where are all my things? My shoes are over there. My purse is over here. My coat's over there. Like,
what was your like reaction? Like,
it felt like a bomb threat.
Yeah, it was fight or flight. Yeah, fight or flight.
100% fear.
Like leave. Yeah.
100% fear. I was like, oh my God. Like, if like, oh, I know. I was.
They're very close
really
friends
bad,
now.
but
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I know.
How are you alive and how are you?
Right. I know. And so I
3.
see him, he got to 3 and I'm like starting to get up. And at 2 is when I saw him start to like, so it took him a second to get it. He's struggling for a minute. I'm like, fuck, I might have 2 extra seconds. Like I didn't, he got it and he pulls it up and I saw the shit coming out of the toilet. And that's when I just ditched everything.
Wait. Toothpaste in one hand?
It was a toothpaste tube, like a Colgate toothpaste tube, like the white one. And sorry, it's just like PTSD. Like I remember every detail. And it was all the way empty. Like it was an empty toothpaste tube and he grabbed it and he fished it out with it. Like it was a long, empty.
It was Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock that this was happening?
Probably 1:30 now. Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
so he was going like this. Like
he was like getting it out of the toilet and I looked at it. And as soon as I looked at it, that's when I just fucking ran out.
What did his face look
and
like?
I had to run towards him to run out. So it was a very split second. No,
was he like,
there was no laughter involved. No, he was, I literally, as soon as I saw it emerge above the bowl, that's when I fucking dead sprint. I've never ran that fast in my life.
Yeah.
Never in my life.
Yeah.
And I get out of there and I literally, my first thought, because he lives in an apartment building, I'm like, do I go up or do I go down? Like, where does he think I'm going to go? And I'm like, he thinks I'm going to go down, so I'll go up. So I run all the way to the top floor, run down the hallway.
That's an interesting
And I'm like,
move.
fucking like, I'm just waiting barefoot.
Yeah.
Fucking barefoot. I'm just like fucking, like, cause all my shit's in there.
Damn, up the stairs.
I have to go to work soon. Like, he's going to think everyone would think you go down to run out of the building.
That's super interesting.
Thank
I never
you.
thought about
Keep that one.
Yeah.
And so I'm standing up there, and then finally, like, a door, maybe 8 minutes had gone by, and a door opens behind me. And I was like, and it was just someone living there, and they just see me fucking sweating like a crackhead, like with no shoes on. And I'm like, oh, sorry, you know, like, hey. And then
This
I
is
just like,
weirder than your milk story, I think.
yeah.
It's one of the weirdest stories
This
I've
is
heard.
the weirdest. I think this tops it
Yeah.
for weirdest thing. Did he come up?
Yeah, this guy
No.
got mad at me because I used to drink breast milk, loser. This is weird.
Off the
I
dark
was,
web.
Yeah.
That happens.
Thank you.
Just kidding. No, it sounds like I've done that. I haven't done that, but that's the thing. Hearing that Jesse does that, it's not that crazy to me. If
you.
I heard that like fucking Richie Armani did it, I'd be like, oh my God, like, is he okay? Like, what?
No, he's a weird guy. He told me that his fantasy, his new thing is he wants a new boy to take a knife to his neck and go fuck me.
Oh, I've heard that one
Yeah.
before.
He's weird. Weird
I love
dude.
it. See, that's not breast milk. So, going back to, I'm just kidding. But that doesn't surprise me. Same with like Tanner leaving the door open. So I come back down the stairs to come back to his apartment. So I'm like, I got to go to work in like 30 minutes to an hour, you know? So I come back down the stairs slowly and I'm approaching his door and he fucking opens it. I didn't even get to it. Didn't knock nothing. I'm just walking towards it. And he opens it like he's been fucking waiting for me.
Yeah, he senses a warm body.
And I said, where's the shit? And he said, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And his hand was behind the door. And I said, Tanner, I said, I'm being 100% serious. If there's shit behind that door right now, I am never fucking talking to you again a day in my life. You will never see me again. And I know that he like, you know, we're still homies to this day. Like he likes me as a person, you know? And I'm like, this is so fucked up. And he just immediately like opened the door. He's like, I don't have anything. I was like, I don't know where in your brain you thought it was okay to do that. And I was like, do you have any weed? And he was like, yeah, we can smoke. I'm like, no, I'm going to go smoke and you're going to take a seat and like fucking sit there because I don't want to look at you right now. Like that really fucked me up. This is the more fucked up part about it though, is that like 2 days before that, he was like, hey, do you want to go see Chappelle and Rogan with me in a week at like the Tacoma Dome?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, so as soon as the shit thing happened, I was like, fuck. Like I gotta stay with him for a week. You know? Like it's Chappelle and Rogan, you know? Like it's Chappelle and that makes me sound like an absolute piece of shit. But mind you, in my head, I'm like, this motherfucker put me through some traumatic event. He owes me a Chappelle and Rogan show. Like, fuck it.
I saw him with you at Labs like the week after.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yep. And he
How open-minded is this girl?
I know. Well, here's the thing is that we were going, the Chappelle and Rogan was the next day, right? So a week had gone by. And he's like, hey, can I talk to you before you go to your first open mic ever? Like, I was like, yeah. Like, this is right when I started comedy. I was like, yeah, what's up? He goes, I don't think that we should keep hooking up anymore. Like, I don't think we should keep fucking. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because in my head,
He's like, you're too weird.
I'm
for me."
like, fucking poop guy dumped me?
Yeah.
Like, he showed me his shit and he doesn't want to fuck me anymore? Like, is it because I didn't act right or didn't respond right? Like, what? So I was so angry. He's like, do you want to talk about it? I was like, not really. Like, I kind of want to process it. And so I fucking went to my first open mic and I told those 3 stories that I told here, but very short. Like, you know.
I remember when you
and I was like, this mother, because it was a very like Marvelous Miss Maisel moment. If you're familiar with that show,
like
where
the
she's
show.
like pissed, finds out her husband's cheating on her, fucking grabs a microphone and just starts talking. And that was like me with him, you know. And I was also like, you knew I was going to my first mic ever, you piece of shit.
Right.
Like, wait until the next day. And then at the end of it, he's like, you still want to see Chappelle and Rogan together? I'm like, fucking yeah. Like, yeah, because I can be cool, you know. I can be just like you said. You're like, damn, you can really, you know, I can be normal around people that I've fucked before. It's not a weird thing.
Yeah, you're super open-minded with the type of weird, like you really refrain from judging people's behavior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no
You're really
right to
good at
judge
that.
anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure I do some fucked up stuff too, like milk. I don't do milk once. No, just kidding. No, but you know what I mean. Like we all have our shit that People could judge us on.
I agree.
Sorry, that was a bad choice of words.
Yeah.
Bad
Just
choice of words. It's pretty crazy.
That like belongs in like a book.
I know. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a couple books.
I mean, or just like a collection of the strangest dating stories ever.
Oh yeah. Because I have more of them too that I mean are close to that, but nothing will ever pop someone trying to bring your shit to you on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, I see this like I think girls have like way crazier stories than dudes. Did you have one? I remember that story reminded me of one that's not mine, but that a girl I was hooking up with a month ago, or like some time ago, told me that happened to her. I'll do it in like 10 seconds, 30 seconds. She was
minute and a half.
the rest of the podcast. She was hooking up with an NFL player. No, what's hockey? NHL.
She's looking to get thrown around.
Yeah, right. She's looking to get thrown around. Exactly. So she's like, it was a player she admired growing up because her dad watched hockey. Okay?
Oh, damn.
So she was like, this guy's going to fucking tear me up, right? She goes to a party where she meets him, and they start talking, and he says he wants to watch her get fucked, and then lick the so she
The cream pie thing.
So she's like, well, I grew up watching this guy. My dad, would be proud of him.
Yeah, my dad would be so proud if I fucked this dude.
So she takes him to a bar, invites her ex, because she knows that her ex will
be jealous.
Want to try to fuck her.
Both of them.
Fuck her. No,
the hockey player wants to watch her.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
The hockey player has the keys to her house, locks himself in her closet. She brings the ex home. He watches her get fucked from the closet. She kicks the ex out. He comes out, licks the
It's like
ejaculate outside of
snowballing or something. It was in a movie. I think it was in Clerks. They talk about.
Oh my God.
this.
See, okay, so I would understand that because I get it of where it's like, oh, it's hot to watch that, but then they leave and then you're like, all right, now like I'm the one that's really gonna fuck you. Like I'm the one that's gonna get you off. Like that.
I see.
I can see
That's
that.
that's
Right,
a crime though.
But that's
It's against the law to be
when I heard that I was like,
Oh, to be watched
you
like
can't
that?
like to unknowingly like that was like
Yeah, that's
crazy.
true.
That's like
yeah. It's to
yeah.
if the person that is doing it doesn't have knowledge of it.
right. That makes sense.
Then-
That that'd be hella illegal.
Yeah.
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 But it's a
Guys, I'm
weird.
talking about fake porn scenarios.
Is it
Seriously, stop.
voyeur? Like, is that what's the crime itself? I know it's a sex
Cuckold.
crime.
Isn't it just? Wouldn't that be
That's the
a cuck? Technically, that's what they're doing. They're being a cuck, but the other person doesn't know about the cuck.
yeah. The hidden cuck.
The hidden cuck. We've got a hidden cuck in the closet.
Yeah. Anyway, that's some crazy shit that reminded me of. Girls have crazy stories.
I can't believe
Would
she
you-
let that happen. I can't
Would
believe that
you
she
do-
let that happen.
What are you talking about when I do?
Would you do that?
No, not in a million. Nothing about that appeals to me sexually.
Yeah.
Would
same.
you do that?
No. I don't like both of those two things.
Yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't be either.
Did he
yeah.
fuck her?
Yeah.
The hockey player did?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
thank God. Because I thought he was just like, all right, peace out. Like, just a couple licks.
That isn't okay. Is it weird to think about like just the physics of how you even get that out?
How do you ask someone? Like, how do you get the balls to ask someone to do that, though? Someone you just
like
meet.
the actual
Yeah.
like.
Well, I
Like-
assume you take her body and give it a shake and then something.
No, you just take your tongue and just, like, scoop it out.
Like a hamster drinking
Right?
water.
That
I don't
like
know, this would be
ASMR of that was so in my headphones was so fucking gross.
Sorry. Sorry, everybody. You're welcome.
The scoop and lick. Oh,
I like the sound. I like ASMR.
Yeah?
Sound it. Yeah. My ex used to try to get into the ASMR game.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the craziest thing that she tried to, like, do to make a sound with?
did she send you stuff? Like
No, we
like-
would just
Be
like
like
play
this.
around. Like I would like she'd be giving me like a neck massage, and then she would just be like,
these are the pop filters kind of take you
So,
away from it.
But I tried to do my own, I tried to like dabble in the ASMR
It got
game.
so intimate for me.
Dude, isn't ASMR, because I was trying to describe what it is. It's like, this is the best description I came up with. It's like, for people who don't know what the feeling is, it's like that feeling when you get a haircut, but you feel it in your dick.
No.
Yep. Dude, it's the best.
Do you know what I'm talking?
I do know what
where
you
they go
mean.
around the ear, and then you're like,
Oh, I get that like on roller coasters before it like drops. That sense of like what is it called?
See, I feel
The lack of gravity type feeling
yeah.
where it just hits you in your fucking balls and then you go down. Like, you've never had that before?
I don't do roller coasters. Terrified.
Okay. It happens on planes too, where if you lose elevation quickly.
I'm too
the
scared. to
stomach
feel
thing
that.
where
Yeah,
you're
yeah. I get that like in my fucking balls.
Oh,
I thought everybody did.
That's-
that
maybe
has
they do.
balls.
I mean, but he
That's
doesn't
sociopathy.
really. So when you're going down the road and you feel that jump,
I
do you feel it in your balls?
everywhere but
Everywhere except for your balls. Okay.
like a normal person.
Adam,
Okay.
you're an anomaly.
I'm going to tell this story.
Yeah, you have
now.
to tell us about your.
And I'm curious what you guys think of this, or the two of you think of this, because I told someone recently, and So I went on this date one time, and just trying to remember exactly. They had just gotten tits. They had just gotten fake tits, and whenever anybody that's seen new fake boobs, they're like up. They're
Real high.
They're so high,
At
and they
attention.
end up. It takes like I don't know a year for them to drop, right? Like
Kind of like balls.
have you seen like a new set of fake boobs?
I've seen stitching, like that where there's the like scar, but
like
there's
when they initially get put in, they're way higher than when they drop.
I had no idea that
Gravity's
that
got to
was
do its job and get them.
true. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
didn't know.
the tits are relevant. So I go out to meet her at her car, and I was like, "Hey, what do you want to do tonight?" Like you talked about dinner or whatever, and she's wearing like a Komodo, where it's just like two strips of fabric, and then like a bralette, and it's just the tits are like
Showing them babies off.
She just bought them,
What size?
enormous. Like
Yeah, right.
just
Massive.
for the frame, it was
Well, because some people get like ones that are like regular,
Right, like a C,
right?
and like be like, oh, I just want it to look. I just want to feel more comfortable in
Yeah.
my own body. But other people are like, give me some fucking
Yeah,
knockers.
right,
like
right.
there's no way
Milkers.
they were natural, right? Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't look
You
at
could
it and
tell.
be like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, what do you want to do? And she just goes, Cheesecake Factory. Like, it just like one word statement. Like just
Knows
Cheesecake
what she
Factory.
wants.
That's a girl.
And I was
that's-
in Lake City at the time, so it was like outside the city a little bit,
Right.
and that's downtown. I was
Right.
like, why?
Like, what do we-
and she meant downtown cheese.
Right. You're
not
like, what are you
up
thinking? We can go over to right.
Alderwood,
Right, right.
which is kind of the
Not
suburbs.
like Terrace one? Are we thinking we go north or
Just Cheesecake Factory.
right?
And it was non-negotiable or whatever. So
Damn.
we I'm like, I guess we're going to Cheesecake. And this was a long time ago, like 6 years ago or whatever.
Shoot her and the
And-
girls.
And we get there, and like as soon as we walk in the door, the hostess sees us. And I mean, nothing is covered, right? Like and I had never seen people wearing like bralettes at restaurants and
Right.
stuff like that. At least at that point, I don't know if it's more common now.
I think
but,
it
like,
depends on how you're wearing it and how much is spilling out. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
A tremendous amount was.
Right.
And she was excited, I think, about having them.
absolutely.
Like,
I would be too. I'd be trying to show them off as well, 100%. So
okay, curious. Like, would you wear that though? Would that be too?
for me personally, that would probably be a little too much. But like you should see
For
some
like
of
a club though, that would be fine, right?
at like a comedy club
Dance club.
or dance club. Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah.
funny that you thought of comedy club first.
Yeah, that's the club that I know. Yeah, I don't go to the
Like a
fucking
club,
dance club.
like a
Yeah,
comedy.
absolutely. Or like I mean, I wear tiny little, sometimes like a bralette type tank top with little shorts to bartend in.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't wear that on like a first date.
Cheesecake
usually,
Factory,
you know?
would you wear that?
Probably
too?
not. But
Okay.
also, it's not like I feel like I have a brand new body to show off, you know? Like that would be different.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Right.
I do want to say that. Like it was like, okay, like
Right.
we're doing this or
Right.
whatever.
Dude,
But-
Let's go to fucking Cheesecake
But like
Factory.
we went there, and as soon as we walked in the door, like the hostess saw, and they just started walking around the counter like to greet us, like come on, and they didn't even say like, hey, how many or whatever.
Right.
It's just come on, and they
Shove you in and put you in
sat
the
us
back
at the
table.
to the very back of the restaurant, and I think I have to imagine they thought it was like a sex worker,
Solicited,
like
prostitution.
and
I
literally
didn't even think about that.
we're eating, and everybody that walks past, servers, other customers, like they're just, every dude that walks past is just like, I had a perfect view of
Right,
them.
right.
And everybody, it's attracting so much attention or whatever. And it was as if
She's just like,
she did not even notice. Like
Oh,
she,
okay.
because they were new for her. She
Right,
was like,
right.
and I'm like, do you not realize that everybody in here knows about your tits? Like they knew about your tits as soon as you walked in.
Right,
And
they could smell 'em from the parking
host,
lot.
Everybody's talking about it too. You know, it was like as soon as they walked in, and like we ended up eating normal meal or whatever. But
Was it normal? Could you imagine like getting fake breasts, having that like power, and then like when the waitress comes over, she's like, what do you want to order? If you just looked her dead in the eyes and you said, milk, and just see what happens. Wouldn't that be crazy?
the only time I'd allow you to do that in a restaurant. Right.
You're good.
You already got some at the table. Let me know if you need some more. I've never ordered milk at a restaurant. I want to make that very clear. I don't do that shit.
Really?
No, I'm an adult. Kids.
I
Milk
don't
is for
believe
kids at
you.
restaurants. I do not do that. A lot of people make jokes. They're like, you probably walk into a bar. You're like, pint me up. You know, it's getting cold.
You never.
do not
No
order
exception.
milk. I'll try like.
Do you like it with a meal?
I love it with every meal, but I like it out of the comfort of my own fridge.
How many glasses
milk other
a day?
places sketches me out.
How many glasses a day?
Usually at least some days I don't have any. It depends on if I'm eating at home.
heavy
you know,
day.
a heavy day would be 3 a day.
Okay.
That hasn't happened in a while since I was back in Michigan, though.
Okay.
Where
Let
I
me
have
close
breakfast,
this story
lunch,
though
and dinner.
before
Yeah,
we get
sorry,
to.
no.
So the part of this that was like where it kind of peaked was we finish eating and it's, you know, the whole time I've just been distracted by everybody fucking looking or
Right.
whatever. And we walk out and it's downtown Seattle. Like I don't know what street that's on, but it's I think Denny, like in South Lake Union, where all those
Busy as
fucking
fuck.
like it's the shopping South Lake Union
Yeah,
shopping
I
area.
got you. Yeah.
And the windows are huge. Like the windows are like the size of fucking walls over here. And we walk past and there's a family of 5 sitting for their family dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. And it's like the kids are on one side and the husband and the wife are on the other. And the husband sees us before his wife sees us. And he's eating fucking spaghetti. And he like has like a bite in his mouth and he sees the tits. And he's just like gazing. And then his wife turns and sees like him looking at her and just like gets angry at her husband. And like that was the end of the meal. But it wasn't like, it's not a bad date. But
No, it's
That is a funny, yeah.
it's an interesting dynamic to.
it like ruined their night.
Right. Right.
The wife was mad at the husband for the rest of the night, I'm sure.
Right.
What do you think do you think it's reflexive or do you think it's like conscious, that instinct to gaze? Because I think it's initially like sometimes I think it'll be reflexive, but like how fast you can like adapt is conscious. Does that make sense?
Right. I mean, I look too, but not just because I'm like interested in titties, but it's like they're there, you know?
Yeah.
Like my mom does too, and she's not interested in women at all. But it's like, you know, when they're out, they're out.
Well, and
so like
it's-
you get a quick look in, and then it depends on how, you know, respectful you are of it. Of like,
It's
am I
gotta
just
be
gonna fucking
animalistic
stare?
too,
Or it's
right?
It's not even.
Yeah.
It's not.
They're not even real, and
It's not-
people are fucking. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You can tell they're not real.
But there's got to be something in us to where, like, you know, that was nourishment at some point in time. To where,
I
like,
think it's more than that though, because I do it in any anomalous body. I'll gaze at men for even longer
Right.
when they have a good body. Like
right,
any
guy
body,
with a shirt off,
right?
And you're like, fuck.
or like
man,
if a particularly vascular man.
what does that mean?
vein dense.
Oh, okay.
High vein content.
I was like, huge cock? What is it? What does vascular mean?
I mean,
Or that?
yes.
Like anybody with some kind of thing where they have like where it's just slightly different. I think it catches the eye, but then you decide when you look away. I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Right.
But
It's how long that stare is.
Yeah. But I relate to this chick because I remember when I got my first vein on my arm, dude. I'd fucking cut holes out of sweaters just to show that thing off, you know? I'd be like, that's what I
So
want.
you've been into that for a while.
What, veins?
Yeah.
I remember being in high school and really caring about it. I don't think about it anymore, but when I was in high school, I was like, that's all I want is a bicep vein.
Oh.
Every man just wants a bicep vein
Right.
when they're in high school.
that vein.
Do you have one?
I mean,
You're like, I have like 6 in that arm, 7 left.
I don't know. I think it's gross now. Like as I've gotten older, like I don't want to see vascular men. It's fucking like I have a lot of veins, and like I just don't. I always thought it was kind of gross.
Oh, I think it's fascinating. It's like to see the inside outside is crazy.
It is very interesting, but I wouldn't say that I'm like, oh, well, you know, that I'm attracted to it.
I know some girls who love it, and I know some girls who do not give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
But isn't that interesting? Like some girls like love
Right.
that, like that's like
Right.
their thing, vascular.
I wanted to ask if, like, we got to kind of wrap up here soon, but just hypothetically, if Jesse or I approached you at a bar, like I know you know us or whatever,
Right.
but what would be your first thoughts? I
Well-
think this is a fun, like,
Wait, like we approach at the same time.
no.
Yo, what's up?
If we were interested in picking you up,
Right. I would entertain it.
Actually,
You both are good looking men, and like you're easy to have conversations with.
right.
I'd be more intimidated by you for sure, but that's just because of, you know, your face. Mm-hmm. But you know that. Not
I
in a
don't-
bad way, but just like because you look
I mean it in a bad way,
it's
dude. You
your
look
stare.
crazy. Yeah.
Right.
it's not.
Jesse, though, I think it'd be a little bit more of a challenge for you to get me home.
Really?
Yeah. Just because
What about how friendly
It depends.
looking I am?
I know. Well, that's the thing, though. It depends on how you would come off in those. I base so much on that first minute and 30-second interaction that I
Same.
can
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much
yeah.
tell you then
100%.
if we're going to bang or not.
Yeah.
Just to me. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but I
Tell
can
her
tell,
that
like,
fucking story
What?
about that last story that was like a minute and a half, the hockey story. It'll like just fucking go quick with it.
so
You want to hear something?
for you, it would depend a lot more on what is said in that first minute and a half.
Well, let's do it. Let's act it out.
Well, that's the thing. How would it be acted out? What would be your opening line to come pick me up?
Hey, would you mind if I hit on you for a second?
Okay, yeah, I'd be into that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then how is the next?
Okay. Well, paint a picture because it'll probably be something contextual.
Okay, this is what I'd say. I'd probably be like, okay, like what'd you have in mind? Like, how are you gonna hit on me?
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd probably I'll give you a game plan for how I'm going to hit on
Okay.
you. I'll comment on something contextual. Ideally, it elicits some laughter, right? Depending on the intensity of that laughter, I'll double down on that or move on to something else. Based on now, I've got a keen sense of what you think is funny. I'll give you a second to respond.
I would say, okay, if you can actually make me, you know, if you can do that, that's just a lot of pressure, you know, to be like, fuck, if this girl that I've never met, can I make her, you know, laugh like I just said that I could?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So then what would you do?
Barkeep. Yeah. Barkeep.
What's up?
Could I get 2 milks on the rock? You look like a milk gal. You a milk gal? Got you. There you go. Look at that smile.
First of all, you would not say
I'm
that.
in it
You
right
would
now. We are in-
I would be offended if you just
You
looked at
can't
me and you're like,
cheat
oh,
on
milk
that,
gal, huh?
You knew that. That's prior information.
And that is.
But I
would
have
you-
no context
I know.
on using.
Okay.
Right. So that's the thing, though. That's the pressure of it, is you have no context for that. I don't like that you went like that and said barkeep because I'm a bartender. So I'd be like, oh, absolutely not.
No, but
like,
I'm doing
we're
it
not
because he
gonna-
doesn't know he's
I know.
barkeep.
Right. Barkeep. Like when people snap and are like, hey, we don't fuck with that.
No, but I needed
That's
him
like
to
an
know in the
old-timey-
scene.
I know.
Yeah,
Barkeep. Do
we
you
are
call
in,
bartenders
we are in
barkeep?
the but
I
we
say
have
that as a joke
but we are in
sometimes.
the Harry Potter place in Bal. We're in the like old school kind of like I'm like
Right.
yeah. So okay, fine. I'll pretend this is the fucking serial killer probably lives here. Huh?
I'd probably, depending on how that conversation would go, because I'm not into people that are very into themselves. So that's the thing.
That
is
excludes you.
I think that if it
You're out of the
depends
bus.
a lot on how you would come off in
Excludes me.
that first minute, because I know that you're very into yourself, and that's fine.
Oh no, I don't like how that.
No, but that's fine though. That's like
I don't think it is true.
it is.
You don't think you're into yourself?
Jesse.
You talked about your body for an hour the last time you came on this podcast.
It's fascinating. You should talk to people. Attach certain subject matter and topics to narcissism, and I think that is so wrong. Like, you can just be into this thing and talk about it and marvel at your progress and your sacrifice, and just be really impressed with that, regardless of independent of what the skill is, independent of what the thing. You should do it because life is hard, and you should be making it and championing yourself for you. You don't like say you don't do it because you think it's better than other people. You do it because it gives yourself momentum and it feeds you. It feeds me to talk about. I'm endlessly fascinated about like health and
Look,
stuff like that.
I'm glad that you're fascinated by it.
What?
And I want you to keep doing it, but I am not going to stop making fun of you for it.
Exactly.
I don't want you to.
And I love myself too, 100%. Like, I'm
Self-love.
You know,
what are we talking about?
Well, that's the thing is, you aren't going to know that in the first minute and a half of us talking. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
Like,
Same. Me
that's
too.
not something. Yeah, but you came in with that, and you're like, I bet I can make you laugh. I bet I can do. And it's like, okay, like. So
Well, you asked me.
That's just the first minute interaction.
right.
I'm not everybody.
Did I get
that's
a
just
laugh
how my
though? I
brain
got a
works.
laugh.
You did. That was a good one.
Right.
I love that.
Okay. So what? So what? You were
Now,
like.
I don't know though if I would probably, yes, go home with you both, but I don't know if it would continue after that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't approach you.
Do it. Do
No,
the thing.
Would you
wanna
wait?
see it.
I
Act
literally,
out.
it's not.
Would you wait for me to
so
approach
we were
you, or are
talking
you just
about
saying you're not into that?
this was what I was talking about with, like, I guess more submissive type personality type. Like, I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
And would never do it because I have heard too many people say how off-putting that is. And like I see guys hit on girls at the gym.
Right.
And I'm like,
Well,
that's a place for them to, like, that's their like sanctuary in that moment, talking about fucking bodies and all like, I think it's really disrespectful to, like, interrupt somebody
Agreed.
having
I would
that.
never
And
do that.
I don't have to deal with that every time I go there. For women too, it's crazy. So I don't know. I always feel like I'm bugging people, like, if I'm talking to them, and I just don't know how to sell somebody on my side. I think it's any relationship where I'm going to, like, if I can sell them in 90 seconds, it's not a relationship I really want.
Right.
So,
See, I'd be more into that.
Right.
Than.
Yeah, I'm feminine.
Yeah. See, I told you I'm soft, and I'm.
I think it's, like, more depth.
Right.
Like, I don't, because I haven't had, like, that 10 years where going to bars and, like, being around people, like, I internalize a lot more and, like, just have spent more time by myself. So I don't want to waste time with people that, like, surface level shit.
I think there's, Alex, did you feel this way? I really like the kind of the game of the conversation and strange. Like, even if, like, nothing, like, happens from it, I like that. That game is a fun game to play.
I hate that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, there's some people who don't like it.
No interest in it at all. Like, I respect the interest in it.
Yeah.
Like, I get that that's, like, enjoyable for people, but it's like, to me, it's like playing with your food. Like, I just
Right. That was the thrill of it, though. Yeah. Is that, like,
that's crazy metaphor. Stop calling women your
no, I just dating. Like, I don't like to be disingenuous and, like,
nothing, dude. You are adding a value judgment to a thing that is devoid of a value judgment. So just
it's called all or nothing thinking, Jesse. It's a problem that I deal with. Okay, like, there are things where I literally, like, I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do this because I'm already 10 steps down the line of if I do this, it'll lead to this. I mean, it's why I was single for, like, years. It was like, well, if I do this, I can't do that. And it's like, no. Like, not everything is binary.
That's what anxiety. I had this theory that, like, anxiety is like, do you know what a decision tree is? It's like you start here and there's, like, it can, this, but there are branches down here. Anxiety is when you just can't stop the depth of, like, how far down you go. Because normal people are like, if I do this, well, then this will happen. But like an anxious person,
or how much it subdivides.
Yeah, right.
To different
it recurses.
options.
It goes down, up, down.
I think of every single thing that could happen, and then what happens isn't anything I thought about. I'm like, I missed the branch. Like, how could I miss that?
Yeah. It's a whole different truth. We started a different route.
Right. But then it's like, how much time did I spend thinking about that?
Yeah.
For
You're like, my date already left the Cheesecake Factory. I've been here alone for 2 days.
Still thinking about her tits.
All right.
Great.
We got to wrap up, but your apology, you wanted to just say something about, apology's not the right, like, so we did an episode and you'd said some stuff and I want to give you a chance.
Yeah. And then you posted a TikTok and I was like, oh, I don't like how this, I don't like how this looks, and I don't think it's accurately reflecting the thing I was trying to get across. And I'm trying to be okay with me making mistakes. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, I want to delete all of this so that there's no record of this. But I thought about it, and I think here's the thing I was trying to communicate. So I was telling a story about Yu-Gi-Oh, and I used to go to this card shop when I was just like a young boy, middle school boy, and I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh very competitively, and the people I was playing against were grown men, like grown men ranging from 20 to 50 age. And I was listing some of the characters I saw in the card shop, and I was like, these people are like crazy, like freaks. And like, I think that was one, a harsh description, and two, one of the people I was describing inaccurately. So I said like one of the guys was like he would be like he would always, every single time I went to the card shop, he'd leave and he'd be like, yeah, sorry, I can't do it right now. I got to go fuck these chicks.
He was very deliberate about saying he was going to.
He's going to bang.
Yeah. I'm going to go back. Like,
wait,
I'm going to go.
Like very specific about it being women, and it turned out that it wasn't.
I love pussy, and I'm going to fuck one right now. Right now.
And I'd be like, what the fuck is this? That's a fucking freaky thing to say. Even when I was a child, I thought that was. And then like now, like he was a closeted gay man.
Right.
So I don't in any way think closeted gay people are freaks. And in hindsight, like he was probably wrestling with something very difficult. But through the lens of a young man, and when you use the
word freak, it's like freaks and geeks, like that type of like it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was the same. I was there too. I was
part of the culture.
I was a freak. Yeah, and
you were. I mean, that's to see that as a young person and like processing it, and then you find that out later. Like, I don't know.
Dude was wrestling with something, and but from the perspective, I was thinking from the perspective of a young boy seeing some dude who was really adamant about like this particular way that he treated women and making it known. I thought that was like atypical behavior. But yeah, had no context for what he was wrestling with at the time. That was it.
That's okay.
For anybody watching, this is an independent podcast that we do mostly off the cuff without preparation. So like things are going to come out at times that don't always come out the way, like we can only edit and produce so much. And like, if things like that happen, we apologize, but it's kind of the like cost of, we don't have a safety net. Like it's not like we can't go through.
Scary. It was so scary to see yourself in see isolated clips of yourself and being like, holy fuck. Like see, cause this whole podcast, I'm just talking. I'm not really like thinking, but when you see yourself express something and it looks different from that clip, it looks different from what you feel. You're like, that feels bad.
Right.
Well, you know the context of the whole episode. Yeah. So if you're going to like watch a little clip and have a reaction, like understandable, but like.
Even in the context of the episode though, because I watched the episode, I was like, those words didn't portray what I was trying to get across.
It's so crazy though that you had no like hesitation around like all the milk stuff and the fucking like.
That's me being dumb and maybe that's accurate. Like I was that thing. So it's when I misrepresent myself, I get so scared.
Gotcha.
Totally get
I've done that in cut videos where I misrepresented myself and I've spiraled because I'm like, millions of people instead of 2 people are going to watch this.
Right.
Yeah.
And
way more because you're on it. But
I've sent email to cut where I'm like, I'm so sorry, but this one part does not at all represent my actual thinking. Please do not include it. And they've been very good about it. But I've only done that once, and I've still like, that's me catching it before it's released. There's been stuff released that I'm like, that's not at all.
Well, you got to hope that people keep in mind that, like, think about when you are in the comfort of, you know, your friends or this or that, and you say something that afterwards you're like, oh, that was kind of fucked up. Like, you know what I mean, though, right? Like, it's not, we all have those moments where it's like, okay, but you're aware of it and you learn and you get better. The difference is that we're being fucking recorded.
Yeah.
And so we can't sit there and be like, oh, shit, that was kind of fucked up. But, like, or that they don't necessarily get that and that doesn't come through. But that's also like cancel culture is so fucking huge right now, which is unfortunate that it's like we got to always walk on eggshells to make sure we're not being represented by a different way than we think, because that's going to be more important than the actual way that we think.
Yeah. But at the same time, I get it, though, because it's like by doing this, I'm like consenting into this being like the representation of me that exists, and like I got to deal with the consequences.
And you care enough to come back and actually like try to make it right and apologize.
That's the only reason
huge.
I'm here today.
Right. That's huge. That's the only reason. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go take a lap. So, all
right. What do you have to plug before we wrap up? Just social media. Where can people find your stuff that's not going to offend them?
At Jesse Warren, bruh. TikTok, Instagram.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks.
Appreciate it always. How about you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Alexa Stanton Comedy. And then a new season of Barefoot and Pregnant is currently coming out now. So episode 5 just got released yesterday. Well, actually it's going to be different timing, but go check it out on YouTube.
God, I wish we could talk about that. I have so much questions and admiration for like your whole, like, from nothing on TikTok to everything on TikTok, then moving to YouTube, like that whole thing is so fascinating.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
the only person doing it right in Seattle.
Thanks.
Right? I said this last time.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We talked
Appreciate
about it
that.
on our episode a little bit, so
Thank you, guys.
check it out.
I really appreciate that.
If you did like this episode, hit that like, subscribe button, notifications bell. Make sure to follow both these two. If you're just listening, rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts. And as always, make sure to follow us on Instagram at FNFpod. We're going to leave you with Jaga.
Thank you.
I just make the waves, I don't write them. I can hear the lyrics in my spirit as I write them. Why you wanna walk and talk just like them? I can't get caught up in all the hype and the excitement. I just make the waves, I don't write them. I can hear the lyrics in my spirit as I write them. Why you wanna walk and talk just like them? I can't get caught up in all the hype and the excitement. Welcome to my wave pool, my wave pool. 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 Welcome to my wave pool.